Hi guys, it's sunset, so the sun's hitting my face a little weird, but I want to make a 2 to 3 minute video just on what to charge as a new copywriter. So when you're starting any business, your goal is to build a credibility and your goal is to build your own skill set. So for your first job, I recommend charging nothing. And the reason I recommend this is because exactly what I said, you're building your own skill set and your own confidence, but you can also get a testimonial out of that, which then when you are pitching a paid service, you can use that testimonial to show people like, hey, I've actually done this before. I know what I'm doing and these are the results I got them. So like, for example, you could write somebody's like captions for Instagram. Let's say it's a coach or something on Instagram, they're teaching fitness or something. You could write their captions and just send it to them. Be like, hey, I wrote 10 captions for your next post along with post ideas. Let me know what you think. And you're not expecting anything back from them, but there's this like reciprocity that humans have where they want to, in return, give you something back. So they might turn into a paid client, they might refer you, but at the very least, they'll probably do a testimonial for you. And again, your work has to be good for you to get a good response from that. So you want to be practicing it before you're just sending people like free copywriting, because otherwise none of this is going to work if you're not good. So if you're not good, that's a whole nother topic. We talked about in Sean's tutorial or Sean's class is, reading a lot, writing a lot, practicing those skills. Write emails literally every day if you're trying to learn email copywriting, which is what I recommend. Or if you're trying to ghostwrite, like you have to read a lot of books. You have to read a lot of stories or a lot of copywriting, whatever topic, you're trying to really niche down on. If it's ads, study headlines, study landing pages, because you want to be good when you're sending this free content to them. So then number 2, as you're starting to charge, you want to start low and build up the price, but you also want to recognize like you have value. So it's dependent on your skill level and your time. I'm not going to give you a set price because it literally is so dependent on the person. And there's people in this course that have done copywriting and know a lot more about what they're doing. Then there's people that have never written any kind of an ad or any kind of copy before in their life. So it's going to depend where you're at. That would be something that I could help you one-on-one. But you want to just make sure you're being compensated for your time and valuing the connections that you're making when you are charging people, because sometimes it may be worth it to charge less because you know it's going to lead to ongoing work. But don't be afraid to just test out prices. So like, let's say for example, I had an FAQ that I wrote for an influencer who has a course and he has a lot of people that ask him questions that are very commonly asked questions. And he's like, I don't want to answer all these questions every day. Can you write me an FAQ of commonly asked questions? And so I went through all of his content, found all of the commonly asked questions in his community and compiled it into a 90-page FAQ. And that was like the first copywriting job that I'd done. And so for that, it was $2,000, which that was actually something he pitched me on the price for. But I know that's a lot less than a lot of people would charge. But it really is like determined by your skill set. So that being one of the first jobs I'd ever done, writing for an influencer, that was a very appropriate price. So that's just to give you an idea, but it's going to depend what kind of copywriting you're doing. It's going to depend who you're doing it for, what their budget is. If they're like a small influencer, they're not going to have the budget to spend, thousands of dollars on you writing captions for them. That's just not realistic. You ideally want to target people that are successful, that have money coming in. And like this guy, he was very publicly making over $100,000 a month. So jobs like that are really good because you can scale up. You can show them with that first job that your quality is there and they're going to come back to you with more. And as they continue to come back and the quality gets better and better, you can charge more and more and they're going to stick with you because they know what you deliver. So just be very transparent with your clients that you're new and that you're looking to learn, because that's a good thing. And if your copy is really good, then don't be afraid to charge high ticket for it. So I think those are the main items. Is you really just want to analyze who you're working for, the kind of copy you're writing, what kind of a return is it getting them? Like, are you writing ads where, it's going to convert? Like if you have written ads that convert very well and you're really good at writing headlines, or you're really good at writing emails that convert, like that's what it has to do. It has to convert. It has to make them money in order for them to pay you money. So those are kind of the principles you want to keep in mind. But yeah, just build the skill and scale up your pricing as you go. And don't be afraid to charge high ticket.